The Grand Council chamber floated in the dark of space like a shining crown. Dozens of starships orbited it from every corner of the galaxy. Inside the chamber, bright silver walls curved high above a wide platform. Hundreds of alien leaders sat in layered rows, each seat glowing with the color of their species. It was a place where great civilizations made decisions that shaped the future of entire star systems. In the center of the chamber, alone, stood a young woman from Earth. Her name was Amina Cole. She wore a simple black uniform with the crest of the human exploration fleet on her chest. Her brown hair was tied neatly, her boots polished, and her hands were steady, though her heart beat a little faster than usual. She looked around. No other humans were here. She was the only one. The council had made sure of that. The air buzzed with whispers and laughter. Many of the alien ambassadors were talking in their own languages. Amina did not need a translator to know what they were saying. The way they looked at her said it all. She does not belong here. They think they are important now. Humans are nothing but a noise in the void. A tall alien with deep green skin and long silver horns leaned forward. He was the council leader, Supreme Chancellor Valar of the Takan Dominion. His voice was smooth but sharp. Captain Amina Cole of Earth, he said slowly, as if her name itself was a burden. You stand before the Grand Council, claiming that your kind is connected to the firstborn civilization. That is amusing. A wave of chuckles moved through the chamber. Amina stood straight. She had practiced this moment 1,000 times. With respect, she replied, her voice calm. It is not a claim. It is a fact, and I can prove it. Valar tilted his head. Prove it? Many species have tried to activate the Relic of Kashar. For centuries it has been silent. Do you believe your small and fragile species can do what entire empires could not? Yes, Amina said simply. The Relic of Kashar, in the center of the floor stood the Relic. It looked like a floating sphere made of smooth silver metal, the size of a large table. It was perfectly still, yet somehow it seemed alive. Strange patterns covered its surface like rivers of light frozen in time. The council claimed it was more than 1,000,000 years old, created by the firstborn, the most advanced race to ever exist. No one had ever managed to activate it. Many believed it was a myth. Others thought the firstborn were extinct. Amina's team on Earth had found fragments of old data in ancient ruins hidden under the ocean. And the patterns in that data matched the relic's surface. That was why she was here. She took a deep breath and walked toward the sphere. Every step she took echoed in the chamber. The whispers grew louder. Some aliens even laughed openly now. To them, she was a child walking toward a god. Valar leaned back in his chair. By all means, Captain, show us the glory of humanity. The Walkamina stopped in front of the relic. She could see her reflection on its mirror-like surface. She raised her hand but didn't touch it yet. Her mind replayed the words of her mentor back on Earth. The firstborn didn't build with power. They built with trust. It won't respond to force. It will respond to certainty. She wasn't here to beg the relic. She wasn't here to prove something to the aliens. She was here to remind the galaxy who humans really were. She exhaled slowly. Then as she blinked, a soft hum filled the chamber. The relic pulsed once. A single wave of golden light rolled across its surface like ripples in water. The laughter stopped. Amina lowered her hand onto the relic. The surface wasn't cold like metal. It was warm. It felt almost alive, like touching the skin of something that had been waiting for a long time. Awakening light spread across the relic like a sunrise. Symbols and runes that had been invisible began to glow. Rings of gold and blue light rotated around it, moving faster and faster. The chamber's energy sensors started beeping in dozens of alien languages. Even Valar leaned forward now, his confident smile fading. "What is this?" he whispered. A bright beam of light shot upward from the relic and stopped just below the ceiling. The air filled with a deep musical sound that every species in the chamber could hear. Not through their ears, but through their bones. It wasn't a language. It was a recognition. One of the alien scientists shouted, "It's identifying her DNA." The relic scanned Amina from head to toe, covering her in soft light. Then the sphere split open like a blooming flower. Inside were layers upon layers of golden plates, rotating with precision no machine could match. At the core, a symbol appeared, a shining star map. And at its very center, Sol System, The shock the council chamber fell silent. No one whispered. No one laughed. Dozens of alien leaders leaned forward, their eyes wide. This had never happened before. For centuries, they had tried to open the relic. They had used technology, power, threats, but all it had taken was a human. Velar rose slowly from his seat. "This cannot be," he said. His voice no longer sounded sharp. It sounded uncertain. "It is," Amina answered quietly. The relic remembers. All around the chamber, lights began to change. The relic was connecting to the council's network, but not through any known frequency. It was older than their technology. It projected star charts and old messages in light and sound, all centered around Earth's star. For a moment, Amina felt something she had never felt before. Not fear, not pride. It was something bigger, as if the stars themselves were whispering, "Welcome home." A new reality. The Takan ambassador turned to Velar. "She is of the firstborn line," he said softly. Velar clenched his fists. His people had ruled the council for 300 years. Their empire was old, powerful, respected, and now a young woman from a minor world had done what no one else could. An ambassador with a translucent body spoke next. "What does this mean for the council?" "It means," said another, "that we were wrong." Amina didn't smile. She wasn't here to humiliate anyone. She was here because she believed in something bigger than herself. Humanity had always been underestimated. Too small, too young, too loud. But what others saw as weakness was their strength. The firstborn seal. The relic projected a final image. A glowing seal shaped like an endless spiral. Every being in the chamber recognized it. It was the symbol of the firstborn civilization. No one had seen it activated in thousands of years, and now it glowed on the chest of a human. The council's main AI voice spoke through the speakers. "Verification complete. Lineage accepted. Human genetic sequence, primary access granted." Amina stepped back as the light wrapped around her like a crown. Her heart was beating fast, but her hands were steady. She looked up at the rows of aliens, and the same ones who had laughed when she entered. No one was laughing now. A human among Starsveller spoke again, but his voice was softer. "Who are you, Captain Cole?" Amina raised her chin. "I'm human." That's enough. The entire chamber felt the weight of her words. Humanity, the species they had mocked, the newcomers who had only joined the galactic community a few decades ago, was connected to the greatest civilization in history. But more than that, the relic had chosen her. Closing scene. The lights of the chamber dimmed as the relic slowly returned to a calm glow. But its seal remained bright on Amina's chest. She turned and walked away from the sphere. This time no one whispered. No one jeered. Every pair of eyes followed her, not with mockery, but with awe. As she stepped through the great doors of the council chamber, a thought settled in every mind present. The council had mocked humanity's existence. The galaxy had ignored them, but the universe itself had just remembered, and it remembered humanity.